Welcome to the In Shape Fitness Show. I'm Coach Kim. Thank you so much for joining me. Today's podcast and our last for 2018 is called The 12 Days of Christmas Fitness. It's our annual workout at this time of the year. I think it's about 3 years running now that we've done a version of the 12 Days of Christmas, and I'm going to take you through this high octane session that starts with the first day, a donkey kick in a burpee. So I'm not going to sing the song for you, but I am going to guide you through all of these equipment-free moves. There are, of course, 12 of them, and we're going to go from 1, then 2 to 1, then 3 to 2 to 1, and so on and so forth, taking a little bit of time at the beginning of each cycle to introduce you to the next move. Nothing new and completely out of the ordinary here. We're just going to, except maybe the donkey kick and a burpee, which sounds like it's unusual, but it really isn't all that unusual. You know what a burpee is, I'm sure. But let's get started with a quick warm-up and a postural systems check. So as I'm speaking a little bit more about what we're going to be doing today, why don't you start jogging in place, or if you're not able to do that, you can walk or march in place. But get your body moving a little bit so that you stand up. You don't need really shoes on your feet. I never wear shoes on my feet in my apartment in New York City because I just don't wear shoes in my apartment in New York City. It's dirty, our streets, and I walk a lot. But if you want to have shoes on, that's fine. What else? You don't need equipment. Take a couple of deep breaths. Now you can slow it down, and let's just do a couple of five standard squats to activate your hips a little bit. So sit with your down and back into an imaginary chair with your feet about shoulder width apart, and make sure that your back is straight, your tummy muscles are pulled in. As you stand up, you press those heels into the floor and squeeze your glutes along the way so that you fully extend the hip flexors as you're standing up. You keep your chest high. And again, just do 4 or 5 of them, which is fine. When you finish, drop your body into a plank for just 15 seconds. So walk your body out into a forearm plank where your elbows and your shoulders line up vertically. Your butt is down. If you can't hold a plank on your toes, you can do it on your knees. And again, it's just for 15 seconds. This is really short. We are simply warming your body up. Now, these are not difficult exercises, though. We are going to do a little bit of jumping. As I introduce each exercise, if there is some element of joint or jumping caution to be had, I will make sure I include it at the beginning, and then we'll give you something to do in substitution for that exercise, which obviously is something you're going to have to remember as we go through the sequence. The very first move we do 12 times. The second move, it's 2, but we do it 11 times. So you'll get the picture as we move along. It's in the middle where things are the most complicated. All right, now stand up real tall. Let's quickly do a postural systems check. You're going to stand up real tall, make sure that you're zipping up your tummy muscles, that you are lined up with your ears and your shoulders lined up vertically, and your chest is high and open, your tailbone is tucked in, your tummy muscles are engaged. Now, let's begin. The first move, as I said, on the first day of Christmas Fitness, your trainer gives to you a donkey kick in a burpee, which means, and I'm sorry, I can't sing it. My singing voice is terrible, but it does kind of go with it. My daughter did sing the song with me. So you squat all the way down and put your hands on the floor, and a burpee is either jumping your feet out, or you can walk your feet out. And then once you're in push-up position, you don't do a push-up, although you can if you really want to, but I do want you to do a donkey kick. And that means that you pick your feet up and bend your knees and then put the feet back down. And then you bring your feet back to your hands into the squatted position and stand all the way up. So on the first day of Christmas Fitness, I give to you a donkey kick and a burpee. Now on the second day of fitness, just do one of them, right? On the second day of fitness, I give you 2 squat jacks and a donkey kick in a burpee. So a squat jack is a jumping jack, and you go into a squat as you jump your feet out. So you lift your arms over your head, you extend your feet out to double shoulder width position, and then you go into a squat, bend the knees and lower the butt as you lift your arms over your head, and then you jump back to your position with your feet closer together, but you never lift up out of the squat. And again, you just do 2 of them. and then a donkey kick in a burpee. On the third day of fitness, you get 3 frog jumps, 2 squat jacks, and a donkey kick in a burpee. So a frog jump is squatting all the way down so that your hands can touch the floor. And as you lift up, you squeeze those glutes and go into a jump, little tiny jump, frog jump. And then complete 3 of those, 2 squat jacks. Again, you jump your feet out, you're in the squatted position with your arms over your head, and then you do 2 of those, and then a donkey kick in a burpee. Excellent. All right, we go pretty quickly for the first ones because obviously they're pretty quick. You only do a couple of them. Now we're going to do 4 side planks. So you're lying down on the floor and you are turning to your side, hold a side plank. Immediately turn back towards the floor and invert the body to the other side so that you can do 2 side planks to the right, 2 side planks to the left. So you go right side, left side, left side, then stand all the way up. 3 frog jumps. Give you about 3 seconds per jump. 2 squat jacks. And a donkey kick in a burpee. Now 5 is so, 5 golden rings is the song. We're doing 5 perfect push-ups. So you're back down on the floor, and if you're doing push-ups that are perfect, that means that if you can't do perfect push-ups on your toes, you do perfect push-ups on your knees, and that is okay. Even if you start on your knees and then you go to start on your toes and go to your knees, that's also okay. But make sure, in terms of it being perfect, that your shoulders are lined up, you bend your elbows and inhale as you lower your body, and then exhale as you push back up. So just 5 of them, and then go right into those 4 side planks. Left side, right side, left side, and right side. And then 3 frog jumps. You got to stand up. 3 frog jumps. And 2 squat jacks. And then a donkey kick in a burpee. Now on the 6th day of fitness, your trainer gives to you 6 superheroes flying. So you lie on your tummy. I wanted to say Superman, but it was pointed out to me by my 9-year-old that you can't say Supermans. You're supposed to say Supermen. And then it was a whole conversation about Superwomen and all that other stuff. So we decided to call them superheroes. I might actually never refer to a Superman as a Superman anymore, but you're on your belly, your arms are extended forward, you exhale as you lift up, you contract your lower back and lift both arms and both legs. If you cannot do this, if your back is weak, then lift a combination of the right arm with the left leg and then the left arm with the right leg. But you complete 6 of them. As you exhale and you lift up, then you must inhale as you lower your body down with control. These moves should all be deliberate and controlled. Then you go right to your 5 perfect push-ups. And I know you know how to do those, so just make sure that you're continuing to keep your back straight. You move your body with control in both directions, inhaling as you lower the body, exhale as you lift back up. And then 4 side planks, left side, right side, left side, and right side. 3 frog jumps. You got to get on your feet again. 3 frog jumps. I love these. So much fun. And again, if you are someone that cannot jump, what you want to do is do the frog squat and then just stand all the way up. And if you can't do a frog squat, you can still do the workout. Just do a regular squat. That's perfectly fine too. 2 squat jacks, and a donkey kick in a burpee. Now on the 7th day of fitness, I give to you 7 down dogs bowing. So this is another name for this is a dynamic dog. You're going to hold your body in downward facing dog, and then you invert your body into upward facing dog, where your hips drop towards the floor and you swing your hips through your hand, where your hands are on the floor, So downward dog, of course, is where your butt is in the air, and you continually move from downward dog to upward dog 7 times. So 7 down dogs bowing. And it shouldn't take you all that long. Your breath pattern is not necessarily important at this point. Just make sure that you're breathing in through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. When you finish the 7, you lie back down on your tummy, extend your arms out forward, and we're going to do 6 superheroes flying. Take a deep breath in as you exhale, lift up and lower down. And again, as you continue these, and remember the next one after this is the 5 push-ups, the one major thing to remember about all of our workouts at In Shape Fitness is we touch a little bit on all the priorities of movement that help maintain a quality of life that allows you to do the things that you want to do in your life. A quality of life that allows you to do the things that you should be able to do in your life. Hopefully helps boost that quality of life as you're able better to move up and down after your perfect push-ups. By the way, side planks, frog jumps, squat jacks, and then a donkey kick and a burpee. We've got those 2 J words at 3 and 2. It keeps confusing me a little bit. But the ability to get down on the floor and get up off the floor, the ability for you to interact with gravity without overtaxing your cardiovascular system, the ability to flex and move your arms and legs about the joints that you have in your body, the multifaceted, very multidimensional movement patterns that you're supposed to be able to negotiate, but that are very difficult when your body is so tight and constricted by the sedentary existence that we currently live. Okay, we're going to go to number 8 here. On the 8th day of Christmas Fitness, your trainer gives to you, this is an easy one, and you're on your feet now again, your 8 archers lunging. So the archer's lunge is one of my favorite lunges for relatively low level or beginner level exercisers. So you're standing with both feet forward. You take a big step out to the right with your right leg. Your left foot does not move and your left knee does not bend, but your right foot steps away from your body about 2 feet or maybe a little longer, depending on the length of your legs, and you bend the right knee facing the right toes 90 degrees away, and your body turns with, right? So you want your hips to open up, and then you bend the right knee like an archer would be pulling the bow back, getting ready to lunge or to release the bow. All right, so 4 of those on each side. After the 4 with the right, then the right foot stabilizes and the left leg turns out 90 degrees. The left foot takes the position a couple feet away, and then you bend the left leg, bend the left knee, and the right leg stays straight. 4 on each side. So this is 8 archers lunging. Next is 7 down dogs bowing. So you go back to downward facing dog and then get back into that momentous transition of movement from downward facing dog to upward facing dog. I do 21 of these every single morning as part of the 5 Tibetans ritual that I perform. I try to get people to get up every single day and do something every single morning. For me, it takes about 12 minutes, and I do 5 or 6 exercises, and it's every single morning of my life. I will do it on Christmas morning. I will do it on my birthday. Doesn't matter, but I get up and start my day this way because it feels so great. I love this exercise. Then 6 superheroes flying. Hopefully you're remembering these now. As you lower your body down to the floor on your belly, your arms are extended, you're lifting up, contracting the lower back, and then 5 perfect push-ups. Inhale as you lower down, exhale as you push back up. You are doing great. We're down to 4 side planks, right side, right side, and left side. 3 frog jumps, all the way down. Put your hands on the floor, jump up like a frog. And 2 squat jacks, and a donkey kick and a burpee. Okay, we're reaching number 9. Now, number 9 is hard. Number 9 is also a little crazily worded, but we call it corpses rising because corpse position is when you lie supine, you lie face up with your legs straight on the floor. And if you cannot do a full corpse rising, which means that you sit all the way up and then without putting your hands on the floor, you stand all the way up by crossing your legs. It's the easiest way to do this. I don't think corpses probably do this like in The Walking Dead, but they do rise and somehow they lift their bodies all the way up from the lying down position. So it's 9 corpses rising. If you can't get all the way up to the standing position and then lie back down safely all the way to the lying down position without touching the floor with your hands, it's okay to use your hands. It's also okay to just convert this exercise into a roll-up where you lie down and then you sit all the way up. But either way, you're doing 9 of them. You're keeping your belly pulled in. You're using your brain to focus on pulling the belly button in towards your spine and then lifting your body up 9 times. And this is probably the hardest move because we're going to do this now 9 times 4 times because we've got to do it with cycle number 10, circuit number 11, and then in the last with the 12th day of fitness. So 9 corpses rising, 8 archers lunging, 8 archers lunging. And this is one of my favorite ones. As I said to you before, I love that opening of the hips through the 90-degree angle that we take as we pretend to pull a bow back as though we were a medieval archer about to engage in battle, maybe, I don't know. Or maybe just an archer on on a training field. My daughter got to take archery lessons at her summer camp last year. Super exciting for her. One of the most interesting forms of exercise that, of course, we don't really get to take advantage of anymore because we don't use bows and arrows anymore. All right, now we're doing 7 down dogs bowing. We're getting close to the end. I want to be finished in 25 minutes, so we are at 17 and change minutes. From 7 down dogs bowing, we go to 6 superheroes flying. So you go to your tummy, extend your arms, take a deep breath in, exhale, lift up, and lower back down. Exhale, lift up, and lower back down as you inhale. 4 more times. And 3, 2, and then on to your perfect push-ups. 5 perfect push-ups. Shouldn't take you more than about 12 or 15 seconds to get 5 of them in. And again, go to your knees if you need to relieve some of the pressure from already fatiguing shoulders and back. All right, 4 side planks, right side, left side, right side, left side, and then 3 frog jumps. You got to get on your feet, jump up like a frog 3 times, 2 squat jacks, and a donkey kick in a burpee. Now, on the 10th day of Christmas Fitness, I give to you 10 hips dipping. So this is really easy. This is a hip bridge. We take a little bit of a break because you're going to do those corpses rising again in just a second. You lie on your back with your knees bent. Your heels are relatively close to your butt. You keep your feet flat on the floor, and then you lift up as you exhale 10 times. And you don't want to go super fast, but it should be, maybe 2 seconds up with the breath, 1 second down, 2 seconds up, 1 or 2 seconds down. After your 10 hips dipping, we go back to 9 corpses rising. And again, this is one of probably the hardest, though everything is probably a little bit challenging at this point, maybe a lot bit challenging at this point, because we are at this cycle where we're doing 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we've got 2 more to go. So you're getting close to the end, but keep it going. You're going 9 corpses rising. Remember, if you are able to stand up, and you should technically be able to do this unless you have a lifestyle condition related to injuries of your back and or maybe your hips, you should be able to stand up with your body weight, with the strength of your core and your haunches from the seated position to a standing position without having to put your hands on the floor and stabilize yourself. But there are probably most adults can't do it. So take your time and then also modify the move to the degree you need to in order to complete 9 of them. Now we're standing on our feet for archer's lunging. I want to move forward because we got to get going. I promise to be out of here in 25 minutes. So 8 archers lunging, 4 on each side, 7 down dogs bowing. And when you're in downward facing dog, make sure your butt is high in the air, your legs are straight, and then you shimmy into upward facing dog, and then up and down for a count of 7. And then 6 superheroes flying. Exhale, lift up, and then lower down. Awesome. Now 5 perfect push-ups. The last 2 cycles start with pretty easy moves too. So you're now 4 side planks. Right side, left side. Right side, left side. 3 frog jumps. You can do this. Push yourself. 2 squat jacks and a donkey kick in a burpee. Okay, take a deep breath. On the 11th day of Christmas Fitness, my trainer, your trainer, I give to you 11 ladies curtsying. So a curtsy lunge is just pick one leg because we're going to do it a second time. You'll do the other leg. Right leg in front of the left leg. Bend both knees like a lady curtsying. Don't bow over. Keep your back straight. A little bow through your hips is okay, but you're doing that 11 times. And then you go from 11 ladies curtsying. About halfway through here. Bring your feet back to a forward position, standing with your feet next to each other each time, and then take that step. It's just the left leg stays exactly where it is. The right leg moves when we're moving with this side, and then we'll do the other side when we do the next round. All right, now lie on the floor for 10 hips dipping again. Remember, your knees are bent, your feet are flat, you keep the toes down, and you lift up and lower down 10 times for your hip bridge dips. Easy move because it's the 9 corpses rising. That has been, and I have had almost every single client do this workout in the last week or so to, number 1, test it before I offer it to a podcast group, and number 2, just to have some fun with the sessions right before the holidays. Everybody gets a little bit stressed out at this time of the year, and it is, it's a no-brainer. There's just so much to do, and the world is so crazy right now, but it's never been more important for you to take good care of your health. And as the holidays kind of really get underway in the next week and people are on vacations, workouts subside. All right, after the corpses rising, we're doing 8 archers lunging, 4 to the right, 4 to the left. Hips open up to 90 degrees, and then 7 down dogs bowing. We are so close. This is halfway through the second to the last round. You're doing great from downward dog to upward dog. Keep breathing. Push yourself. I know your shoulders are tired. We've got to do 6 superheroes flying next. Just a couple more minutes and you will be finished. So from 6 superheroes flying, you lift up and lower down, exhaling as you contract your back and lift up your limbs. And then 5 perfect push-ups. 4 side planks. Right side, left side. Right side, left side. 3 frog jumps. 2 squat jacks. And a donkey kick in a burpee. And on the 12th day of Christmas Fitness, I give to you 12 Rockettes kicking. Really, really simple. It is a combination kick with a skip. So you lift up the high knee, kick out your foot, and then a skip on the other leg, the stable leg. And just just 12 in total. So it's 6 per side. And you can alternate right, left. If you want to do 6 on the right and then 6 on the left, that's fine as well. Then right to the 11 ladies curtsying. We did the right leg first, so now the left leg is curtsying over and across the right leg, which is stable. So 11 ladies curtsying, 12 rockets kicking, 11 ladies curtsying, and 10 hips dipping. As soon as you finish those 11 ladies curtsying, you're going to go down to the floor for your 10 hips dipping. Now we're just past the 25-minute mark, but I think we can do this. We can pull this off because you've got one more round after the pretty easy 10 hip bridges. You've got to do those 9 corpses rising one more time. And again, the corpses rising move is from supine lying down position with your head facing your ceiling, your legs are straight, then you sit all the way up and then cross your legs to bring yourself into the standing position without putting your hands on the floor. But again, if you cannot do that, please modify and make sure that you're aware of the way that your center of gravity shifts as you lift your body up. It's a fascinating exercise to try. And the folks that haven't been able to do that very well that I've been working with face to face, we've been just sort of going from the seated position to try and figure out where that center of gravity shifting makes it so challenging, because it is really a hard move. So we're now doing 8 archers lunging. 4 to one side, 4 to the other. And then 7 down dogs bowing. Downward facing dog, upward facing dog. And as I said to you before, I do 21 of these every single day. You've done a lot more of that in this round. You've doubled that. You've done 42 of them because we've done it for 7, 8, 9, now 10, 11, and 12. So 7 downward dogs bowing, 6 superheroes flying, and 5 perfect push-ups, 4 side planks, 3 frog jumps, 2 squat jacks, and a donkey kick in a burpee. I hope that you have a wonderful holiday season, and I'll be back next year, which is really just next week, but I'll be back next year with another series of exciting workouts, all equipment free at the InShape Fitness Show. You also can take advantage of the more regular AM muscle maintenance exercise routines. They're also a little bit shorter, where we don't use any equipment, and we offer you the most well-balanced, equipment-free, low-maintenance way to sustainably keep your body healthy and strong through the new year. Have a wonderful holiday. I'll see you soon.